When I do that, that's an intrusion into the person behind me's personal space. And I don't want to be that person. See, back in the day, for people who remember, airplane seats used to recline way back. You didn't have to be on Virgin Atlantic, to be practically laying down. Airline seats then used to be the way movie theater seats are now, at least the reclining part of it. Now, because I'm sure so many people complained, and rightfully so, because you have a flying tube of people, half of whom act like they've never been in public before, taking their feet off, screaming at, hitting flight attendants. And so you'd have people complaining because the person in front of them was reclining their seat way back. So obviously the manufacturers changed that a little bit, but I don't recline my seat. That's just me. Now again, if I'm on some, if we're traveling overseas, yes, but I mean then you're kind of, you're paying for a seat that is, those seats are spread farther apart to begin with. You'll be okay. But I didn't realize that made me a weirdo, that I don't do that. And trust me, you've just touched the tip of the iceberg, if that's what you think is going on. Most of it is below the surface of the water. I got an email from Adam. I know you're not a Halloween guy, but maybe since you're the empath of the show, you can settle a very minor debate in our household.
You are?
I mean, we took some quiz a while back, and it was determined that I was the most.
Who took a quiz? I wasn't here
We
for that
all took a quiz.
Nobody
This
took
is in the
that
pound
quiz.
cake days. I assume they're kidding. You can settle a very minor debate in our household. I set this up to get a jump on decorating. I'm going to show you the photo he sent me of what they've got going on in their front yard. He's got a skeleton. They got the rainbow flag by the front door. They've got the skeleton operating a Weber grill with a dog skeleton on the grill and another dog skeleton. These are all Halloween decorations. They're fake, obviously.
They're not real dogs.
And a dog skeleton crouched next to him on the lawn there. And he said, I think I'm clearly mocking the lunacy of all this MAGA eating the dogs nonsense. My wife is worried that it might be making light of the racism. And I see her point. We're white people in our mid-30s. My thought is with the pride flag and our Sherrod Brown and Kamala Harris signs that our intentions are clear enough. Also, this won't be our only decoration. My wife loves Halloween, and I have no problem supporting that enjoyment. So listen, I know where his wife's coming from, but I say run with it.
Dude, yeah.
I don't know what the line is, by the way, for Halloween front lawn decorations, because people are putting up some wild stuff in their front lawns. I don't think I have anybody like that near me, but there are people who just go hog wild. You want to talk about people who make one thing their personality. For a lot of people, that's Halloween. And listen, I say knock yourself out. If you got some goddamn thing in your front yard that needs guy wires just to keep it from blowing over, you do it. You have fun. Because it's cool when I drive by, I go, oh, a 12-foot skeleton.
Yeah.
Oh, that looks cool. I would never put that up.
So here in New York, you guys, this is going to blow your mind. A lot of people don't have yards. I don't know if you knew that. Not a big...
Where do their dogs go back?
Really expensive,
exactly.
too.
Right, very expensive. But there's a house on the corner of my street that has like what would be considered a green space, not necessarily a yard, but they started putting up Halloween decorations, and I'll take a picture of it and I'll send it to you guys after work today. The small area that they have allocated for a yard is jam-packed with 8-10 foot tall decorations. They have like a witch. I don't know where it's suspended from or if it's got like a pole in the ground, but the witch looks like it's flying. There's like a giant, creepy-looking scarecrow.
They've squeezed a lot into a small area.
They have really squeezed a lot into a small area. Like, and I was kind of surprised.
357.
Oh boy.
I'll let it go.
No, don't.
This
is my personality.
What am I going to do with
This is my all-year personality.
Yeah.
Annoying Mary.
Uh-huh.
So you need to pull it.
2 hours and 42 minutes.
That's his seasonal personality, Mary, except it's all 4 seasons.
Uh-huh.
Like Vivaldi.
Yeah.
That's his personality. I'll tell you what was, I don't know that it rises to the level of freaking me out, but I had my first experience with one of those goddamn lantern flies. I think I texted you guys.
Yeah, you said
not
there-
one, a lot of them. We were beset on all sides by lantern flies, and we were trying to have dinner. And I'm like, oh my God, enough of this. I'm stepping on them, I'm flicking them, all the foliage near us. We were having dinner. I guess I won't tell you where because I don't want to blow them up or anything. It's not really their fault, but we were having dinner on their patio on the roof that's like meshed in. Now, they had kind of a grated ceiling, I guess for aesthetic purposes or whatever, so I have to assume they were coming in there. But on the periphery of this patio, and for a while, we were the only people up there eating. And then more people kind of came in later on. But we were next to the window. But again, it was kind of meshed in. It wasn't open. You could see through it. But on the periphery of this patio were like flowers and plants and things. These goddamn lantern flies. Like, Jesus. Just trying to flick them. And what did the guy say who called? He goes, you got to get them from the front because they got eyes in the back or some nonsense like that. I don't know. And people go, oh, you're supposed to call about those. I'm like, there's 100 of them in here.
Call who?
ODNR. I mean,
Yeah.
I think early days of the lantern fly. I mean, they've been in Pennsylvania for 10 years. They've been here for a few months. I think in the early days, they thought, oh, yeah, call and let us know where they are so we know where you are in the city.
I killed and reported like a good
He
citizen.
did.
I'm doing my part.
We were in Ohio City. I'm like, I'm not calling in. What am I going to sit on hold while I'm trying to have dinner?
I squished the bug.
You don't have to. You can just submit it online.
Yeah, well, I'll do that. I'll send him a message.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, here's where I smooshed about 50 spotted lantern. I flicked a bunch of them, but they're pretty resilient. It must be why they're such an invasive species. But you flick them and they just kind of come back.
Did you think flicking it would kill it?
I just wanted to get it out of my periphery. I wanted to get it out of my immediate vicinity. And if I flick it, I'm a good flicker. If I flick it and it hits something, dazes it or something, and that's how I got a couple of them under my boot.
What are you good at flicking?
A lot of things, Bill.
Examples.
The bean.
Okay, well, I was
pretended
here to booger
like-
shame. I was here because I know you don't pick your boogers, and that's
No,
the
I
best
don't.
thing to flick is a booger.
Well, no. Nope, don't flick the boogers. But the spotted lantern flies, boy.
And for the guys out there, don't actually flick the bean.
I don't think anybody's doing that.
I'm just making sure. There might be some young feller
Some young buck.
that's like, oh, you're supposed to flick it, and he's ready to play paper football.
Bill, you've got to let
Just
them
like,
learn.
meow.
Let them learn. How will they learn anything if you keep giving them the answers?
Good point. Good point. But
Good
I'm
on.
just trying to guide them.
Let them figure it out for themselves.
Don't actually.
We had to figure it
flick
out for ourselves.
the bean.
Nobody was telling us. Unless you're in Chicago, Millennium Park, walk right up, give it a good old flick.
Oh, the Chicago bean.
But the Ohio lantern flies, which, again, this is not a new development. I just literally, this was my first experience with a whole lot of them at once. And it was, it made the experience less enjoyable where we were having dinner. And again, there's nothing to do about it. But I didn't realize that we had opted for that, I guess, getting a table on the roof patio.
A few years ago when I still worked downtown, serving and bartending, we get those midges, the Canadian soldiers,
Oh,
whatever
yeah.
you want to call them.
Yep.
They were a problem. Okay, a problem.
Because you're right near
And
the lake.
right near the lake.
Yeah.
Like they would coat our tables,
Yeah.
and we would tell people before they choose to eat outside. We would say, "Hey, just so you know, there are a ton of bugs out there, a ton. So you can choose to eat on the patio. I understand we only get 2 months of patio weather, or we can seat you inside." And it, without fail, every single day we would tell people there are a lot of bugs out here, and every single day someone would complain and try to send their food back and be like, well, one of those bugs landed in my salad. And we're like, we told you this was going to happen before you came out here.
Right.
And you still chose to sit out here anyway. We're like, we're not going to come. We got, like, that was a big fight that we would get in often, where it was like, we warned you, hey, there is a good chance a bug is going to land in your beer, and we're not going to give you a free one if you choose to sit outside.
Yeah, it makes you wonder.
So.
I mean, it makes you wonder what their thought process was, because you're putting service industry people in a really wild position there, because they essentially have to tell you, look, stupid, we told you this was going to happen.
Yeah, and there's nothing, like you said, there's nothing we can do about this. We cannot make the bugs go away. You are more than welcome to sit out there. But when a bug lands in your food, you're not getting it for free, just so you know.
You just have to wonder why there were so many people willing. Like, what did they think they were going to do? Like, oh, they won't land on me because fill in the blank. I don't know what people are thinking.
I'm the main character.
I guess, but...
Or if they truly don't care. If they want to sit outside that badly that they'll pick a bug out of their drink or food and not care. That was mine. But
Alan would
they
be like,
always
it's extra protein.
But
We're
there's
gonna
also...
use bugs soon anyway.
You got that right. Put it right in my mouth. But no, there isn't a patio that amazing anywhere that you'd sit there and go, this is great, even with all the bugs.
Right.
Even
no,
with
we
the
told
bugs,
them.
this is fantastic.
Well, yeah.
So I guess I'm surprised they didn't tell you, hey, by the way, there's bugs out here.
They did not. Nope, didn't say that.
Good thing you didn't mention the name of the place.
Maybe they didn't.
They're not bug forward.
Well, maybe that they weren't. Maybe they weren't even aware. I mean, when we went up there was just the bartender behind the bar and us. We were the first two people up there. We had a couple of drinks at the bar. We were a little early for the table. A couple of drinks at the bar, and then I go up to the hostess. I'm like, hey, let's get that table. And then we get up there. We'd never been to the place before, and so I opted for the patio roof. I was
Other
like,
than
oh,
the
this
bugs, was it good?
I'm sorry?
Other than the bugs, was it good?
The food was good. No complaints on the food.
What'd you get to eat?
Wasn't cheap. What did I get? I got a filet.
Squeezy salad.
No, I got a filet. No, when I go out, I'm eating. I'm not drinking my salads, right? I'm eating. But day to day, I will drink the hell out of a salad, yes. So, no, food was good. But, yeah, those bugs, boy.
Since Mary knows so many condor facts and went to the observatory to see the stars, I think we need a new Santora science segment where each week she gives us some science facts about an animal or something, and I think that would be cool.
Doesn't take much, does it? Really doesn't take much for people to pick up on something. They go, well, Mary knows a lot about Andean condors.
Mm-hmm.
What do you know about
And
condors? Tell me about
She
it.
went to the...
Well, you were here during our condor conversation last week. Or was that yesterday? When did we talk about condors?
No, Thursday, I believe. He was not here.
Oh.
And she went to the observatory park, so she should do a new science segment.
I'll do a science segment.
Please do.
I'm not kidding. I'll do a
Santora
science
Science?
segment. Yeah.
All right, well, you're here tomorrow, yeah?
Yeah.
Then we'll do it tomorrow.
All right, Mary Science.
Okay. Are we just going to call it Santora Science?
You call it whatever you want.
Mayor Science Corner?
I mean, you don't have to be in a corner.
True facts with Mayor?
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Should
I mean,
it all be animals?
we don't
Is
even.
it-
It's
You're
whatever
the-
you
you're the
want.
science lady.
You're the
Well,
lady.
we're workshopping it. I'm brainstorming with
Mayor
you guys.
Nye,
Should
the
it-
science girl.
What did that guy say? Hold on. He suggested something.
Mrs. Wizard.
Miss Wizard.
He said
Ms.
Santora
Wizard.
Science. Or
Mhm.
Each
something
week
like
she
that.
gives us some science facts about an animal or something, and I think that would be cool.
An animal or something. All right, those are your marching orders. An animal or something. The wide, wide world of science.
Oh.
There's a lot. I mean, you could hit anything. Science is all around us, as I understand it. And you can just pick.
We call it Today in Science.
Sure. Sure.
It needs
Just
a good name.
I
you guys.
agree.
Help me,
Just so
help
I can
me.
send it to the voice guy.
Yes, so help me.
Santora Science. I don't know. Science with Santerra Science.
No. What are the branches of science?
The executive,
Executive, legislative,
legislative.
and math.
Mm-hmm. There you go. All three.
physics, chemistry, astronomy, earth, biology, ecology, anthropology. This is a longer list than I
All
thought
the
it was gonna be.
ologies. There's so many ologies.
Marology. Biochemistry.
No, you don't want to get too clever with it.
Zoology.
How
Social
about-
sciences. Genetics.
Up to you. Up to you. Mary's science thing.
You suck at this.
I don't, but it's not mine.
Bill, you're usually good at naming things.
We just named it.
I just
Mary's
did.
science thing. We just gave it to you. Mary's science thing.
Am I right about these for tomorrow? How long should it be?
Professor Foot Fetishes teaches you about science.
No.
But she's not the foot
I'm
fetish
not- yeah.
person.
All right. Professor Foot Haver.
Foot haver. Hey, Professor Foot haver. Here she is. We're overthinking it.
We are.
I think
Just science with Santora.
I think it's Mayor-splaining science.
Maresplaining,
Yeah.
science.
Yeah.
Colon. You don't need a colon.
Yeah. Mayor-splaining science.
We did the colon stuff yesterday. Maresplaining science.
No, I don't like that name.
Okay, well, we'll think about it. We have to come up with it right now.
How long?
We
is
don't
this-
even have to do it tomorrow. You're
how
out
long is
Thursday
it
and
gonna
Friday.
be?
We
And
what?
Monday.
You're out Thursday and Friday and Monday.
Mary's science dump.
Ew. I don't like poop stuff like you guys do.
It doesn't have to be poop
when
stuff.
I
It's just
hear
called a
dump,
science
I don't
dump.
think of poop.
That's what
I
I
think
think
of
of.
dumping them out.
He's thinking about breasts, about boobies.
How long should this piece be?
45 seconds.
That's it?
Science is a liar sometimes.
I was
Yeah.
thinking 8 or 9 minutes.
8 or 9 minutes.
Dude, there's so many facts about condors. You don't understand. I cannot teach you about this avian giant in 45 seconds.
I'm not trying to learn.
That's the whole point of this segment.
I'm not trying to learn about condors specifically.
Or whatever science fact I pick.
Yeah. Again, you don't have to do any of this. That guy, just because that guy said, hey, just because the thought ping-ponged in his brain doesn't mean that you got to do anything.
What if you call it actually, but from a girl?
There are a lot of female scientists, Bill.
Yeah, all the female scientists are female.
Oh, right. They are. To a person.
There's scientists and the females.
A science mare. Santerologies. Whatever. Mare digress Santorum. All right. How about Mary's labioratory?
No.
No? All right. Well, we'll think about it. We'll go noodle with this one and workshop it. I got to take a break. Hey, are you a Pink Floyd fan? The band Wish You Were Here is not only celebrating the 50th anniversary of that Pink Floyd album, they'll do it in its entirety, but they are celebrating 30 years together as the band Wish You Were Here. They're doing 2 nights at the Agora in January, and I will put you at that second night, Saturday, January 4th. So we'll do that coming back. 35192. Text me for anything else, and you can listen anywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
We're just days away from our 2024 iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One.
The biggest headliners in live music will be taking over T-Mobile Arena, Las Vegas.